layover in Las Vegas. I would have to say this does not look like a recession. Looks a bit like a wealth transfer, but not a recession. This place is jumping. People are spending money. People are gambling. So. And I suppose that you could say gambling happens in any economy. What's Tony Soprano say? What are the recession-proof gigs? The healthcare, vices, like gambling, entertainment, and then the thing that Tony does. How he takes care of the thing with the guy at the place. That thing you got to take care of with the guy at the place. If you remember slot machines back in the day, I have to say they've changed quite a bit, right? And Daniel Fleshman, Exponential Real Estate Results, Exponential Business Coaching. Very, very interesting times. Interesting lawsuits. Man, do we live? I heard a major guru the other day say we live in bizarro world, which is something sounds like more you'd hear on a conspiracy type channel than on a guru channel or somebody with a business accounting or finance degree or law degree. Again, you would have never believed any of this in 2015 to 18. I don't think so. Anyway, so all bets are off. So you want some more certainty in your life, right? Here's what I believe will help you create certainty in your business, finances, marketing, sales, and income. If you want some certainty, I think you're going to have to go old school. That's right. You're going to have to go old school. What do I mean? What do I mean by going old school? Like, look, could there be lawsuits that make 0 sense happen and be won? Yes. Could there be a squeeze? If there was collusion, you'd almost think it was towards socialism, right, at this point. But on Veterans Day, I mean, just, anyway, we'll try to keep it not political. But if you want some certainty, you're going to need to go old school. What's old school? Building relationships. Go reread Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's going to be building relationships with highly successful people, high net worth individuals, attorneys that work with high net worth individuals, financial planners, legally, ethically minimizing your tax burden, not counting on the government for things like food, water, security, things like that. No, we're not going to go to crazy town, but it seems like here's my prediction is that the new school strategy for 2024 is going to be go old school. So again, it's about building relationships. It's about listening to people again. Don't just wait for your turn. Remember the first time I read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, and there's a line in there. He says, "Don't just wait for your turn to talk. You should actually listen to people." Then there's the funny quote, "God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth," right? So we listen more than we talk. I'm telling you, building rapport, listening to people, caring, it's going to come back. It's going to be huge. People are going to work with people, of course, that they know, like, and trust. But you need to go old school. You need to build rapport. And I think people can really, more than ever, pick up on whether or not you give a shit about them, their business, their life, their family, their friends. And so I think you need to build a network. I think you need to you need to change up your strategy. Okay, so let's use real estate as an example. Will buyer agents go away? I don't know. Will commissions go down? It's very possible. What's best case and worst case? Worst case, there's no more real estate agents. It's all big tech. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe 1% chance, maybe 2, I don't know, maybe 3. But that you should have a contingency plan for that. But I would say most likely, a lot of agents will leave the market. So I was just telling you about my Uncle Tony, right? Tony was coaching one of the top real estate agents of all time. I won't say her name. She's still in business. She had a saying. She said, "Tony, I love it whenever the market shifts or a major market shifts." She said, "All these flaky realtors get out of the business and I go and I scoop up all of their business," okay? There's going to be such a massive shift. I'm seeing it right here in the Las Vegas airport. It's not a recession. It's a massive, massive wealth transfer. You might also want to read The Fourth Turning, or at least read the Cliff Notes. I believe I was at one of Tony Robbins' events, and I got to meet the author of one of the authors of The Fourth Turning. And every society goes through every 75 to 100 years or so. History doesn't repeat itself, but it certainly rhymes. So we're going through some of those cycles. We're going to see currencies switch, flip, go crazy. we're going to see all kind of things go wild. So the levels of uncertainty will probably be at the highest that we've ever seen. Now, metaphorically speaking, in that book, The Fourth Turning, it talks about different seasons, right? We're clearly in winter, right? However, when people think things, I'm going to borrow this from Uncle Tony since we're talking about Uncle Tony. People think when things are bad, they're going to be bad forever. People think when things are good, they're going to be good forever. You know, the expert, the master knows that that is not true. The master would tell you, of course, that there's seasons. Are we in winter? Yes. Is it 6 more weeks, 6 more months, 6 more years? That's to be determined, right? Spring will come after winter, but why are we here? It's because really great times create really weak men. And really weak men create really fucking bad times, okay? That's where we're at now. You know, it's gonna create really strong men. I have a joke with my son. I ask him if he's a snowflake. He says, no, I'm tough. That's right. Anyway, I'm like, our word's violence. He's like, what are you talking about? Anyway, okay, probably get canceled for that one. But it's going to be interesting times, and with massive amounts of uncertainty, you probably want some more certainty in your life. Where's that going to come from? It's going to come from old school, building relationships. What can big tech never compete with you on? Building relationships. The law field, I guess there was AI that just did actually determine a verdict. It wasn't that long ago, which is super creepy. I studied computer science for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. In fact, you know, before I flipped to a business major, because I was like, I'm not going to code computers my whole life. Whoever writes the AI is going to have a super huge, crazy influence on the, you know, garbage in, garbage out, Gigo. Where my computer science geeks at, right? Gigo, garbage in, garbage out. Remember LIFO, FIFO, last in, first out, first in, first out? I remember I was in high school in computer science learning about matrices. Matrices is the plural for matrix. And it looks like I'm gonna catch my flight here in a second, but again, if you want more certainty in times of exponential uncertainty, build relationships, do what big tech can't do, work, insulate yourself from corporations that wanna get into your pocket, governments that want to get in your pocket. I'm talking legal, ethical, right? The best in the world, they do things legally and ethically. This letter I just got, do a little bit of research. You know, you can take out this huge chunk of money and pay a shitload of taxes and penalties, or apparently I'm learning something about, I guess in a Roth IRA now, you're able to, you know, you get this 60-day window. I'm studying it. This is not legal tax or accounting advice. Don't sue me. But it looks like you can roll money from one account to another. If it's a Roth, you may have a 60-day window where you can try to flip things around. And I guess if you put the money back in 60 days, which is like once every 12 months, supposedly you'll be able to not owe any taxes or penalties. So anyway, you need to get creative. I'm talking legal, I'm talking ethical. But in times of exponential uncertainty, build relationships, work in areas where AI can't compete with you. Technology, big tech can't compete with you. Lawsuits can't compete with you, and you are able to insulate yourself from big corporations and big government trying to take money out of your pocket. Daniel Fleshman, Exponential Real Estate Results, Exponential Business Coaching. Remember, 1% improvement per day can literally get you exponential results. Are you ready to get exponential? Let's go.